Do you need a small chainsaw? Well, today we're going to do an unboxing video of this DeWalt pruning chainsaw. It's 8-inch bar, 20-volt batteries, and we're going to show you what's in the box, and then we're going to talk about the features, and then we're going to talk about likes and dislikes. So welcome to Do It Yourself with Wayne. Our channel is all about helping you to save money by learning how to do things yourself, and product videos like this also help you save money because it helps you to learn about a product before you purchase it, to hopefully keep you from purchasing something that won't do what you need it to do. So now let's move on to talking about the details of this particular tool. In my case, I purchased the tool only version of this because I already have a lot of DeWalt tools, and so I have a good number of the 20-volt batteries. I would say if you've got a particular brand of tools with batteries, you probably would want to stick with a mini chainsaw that uses those batteries. But I have DeWalt, so I purchased this one. It comes out of the box looking like this. It's got a nice scabbard over the chain and the bar to help you protect it. If you remove the cover here, which is fairly easy, on the inside there's a tool. It just pops out. That's the only tool you need to remove or adjust the chain on this saw. Well, let's talk about some more of the details here. Basically, DeWalt says it is lightweight and designed for reduced fatigue. It says it'll do up to 70 cuts on a 4x4 pressure treated pine, and that is with a particular battery. They call it the DCP3 or 230 battery, which is sold separately. You can get the kit that includes a battery, but as I said earlier, I purchased a kit that's just tool only. It talks about compact design. It's got the brushless motor, which is typical for most of the DeWalt tools these days. Pardon me, got a little itch. As I said earlier, it's an 8-inch bar. It weighs 4.6 pounds without the battery and without oil. So anyway, that's some of the details about it. It does have an automatic oiler. I like that. I've had many chainsaws that did not oil the bar automatically. Would never consider purchasing one again that didn't have that feature. It's got an interlock up here. You press the interlock, you pull the button, and it runs. It's got a guard out here on the end that helps prevent kickback if you hit a limb. Like if you go into something like this, if you hit it here, that can kick back and come right in your face. This piece on the end helps prevent that. I've also found that when I set it on the ground, that helps keep the chain from touching the dirt. Dirt will dull your chain quicker than just about anything, except for maybe a rock. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I can operate it with one hand easily. You can do this and use two hands if you want to, although I think they could have redesigned this part a little bit better. But anyway, that's the features. It uses, like I said, the regular 20-volt batteries. They just snap on underneath, and at that point, you can make it run. This limb here fell out of an oak tree here in my yard a little while back. I completely cut it up with this thing, made firewood out of it. This was the biggest part right here. It's actually it's a little more than 8 inches. I kind of had to work around it to cut it. And this saw cut through that just fine. Didn't have any trouble at all. If you try to force it, you can stall out the motor, but it really did a good job. So now let's move on to likes and dislikes. Before I start on likes and dislikes, I want to say something about batteries. If you plan to use this tool much, as with any other 20-volt or battery-powered tool, you need 3 batteries. And yes, I'm saying 3, and let me explain why. You need one in the tool for when you're using it. If you're going to be using it a lot, you're going to have one in the battery charger charging, and you need another one that's sitting cooling off. When these tools run, the batteries get warm. Sometimes they get fairly close to hot, and you don't want to charge a battery that's hot. so the battery needs to cool down before you can charge it. That's why I say if it's battery powered, you need 3 batteries. Now in this case, 3 batteries will cost more than the tool. And that's why I don't like the fact that all these manufacturers have proprietary batteries. If you've got, you know, Craftsman tools or Makita or Milwaukee or DeWalt, whatever brand of batteries you got, you need to stick with that brand because of the batteries. They just are so expensive. But anyway, my recommendation for batteries is, you know, if you're going to use the tool much, you need 3. If you're just using it occasionally, 1 will be sufficient. Now another thing, I keep this in my car, and it's got a small battery in it. It is significantly smaller than the regular 20-volt batteries. I guess like that would look better. But if weight is an issue, you can get the smaller batteries that are lighter in weight. And like I said, I keep that light in my car. I use the small battery on it because it will last a very long time on that battery. All right, now for likes and dislikes. I like that it's lightweight. I like that I can handle it with one hand. I like that it's the DeWalt brand because I know that I can get support. I know I can get parts. One of the other mini chainsaws that I reviewed in the past, battery went bad. Could not find where I could purchase a new battery. With DeWalt, you won't have that kind of problem. And your major manufacturers, you wouldn't have that problem. I like the auto oiler. I think I mentioned that earlier. I like that I can just pick this thing up, stick a battery on it, and start cutting trees. Now I've got a bunch of other chainsaws from the really small steel mini pruner up to a fairly large steel gas-powered chainsaw that'll cut any more than I want to work on. But this is my go-to saw so far. I plan to do another video about using this tool in the future. So if you subscribe to my channel, it'll make it easier to find that. I've used this a fair bit around my house and stuff, but I want to get more use out of it before I do a video about using it. And there will be more details about the saw in that video that will be coming up. Things I don't like. DeWalt. What the were you thinking when you put this interlock switch up here where you can't reach it? When I try to use this thing one-handed up on a ladder, I can't hardly reach the interlock switch with my thumb to press it in. You know, I just about have to hold it with 2 hands to press the interlock so I can pull the trigger to start the chainsaw. If I'm left-handed, if I use it left-handed, I just about have to use my index finger to press the interlock and then use my middle finger to pull the trigger. Very cumbersome interlock on that. I know how to defeat that, but I won't because it is a safety thing, and I would recommend that you don't defeat the interlock. But DeWalt, really, you could have done a better job on placement of that switch. That's my biggest dislike. My other big dislike I've mentioned already earlier is the proprietary batteries. I saw a product a while back that was made by Ryobi. I really wanted that because DeWalt doesn't make one like it. But I wouldn't buy it because I don't want to start buying Ryobi batteries. A couple of batteries would have costed more than the tool did. And I'm just not going to do that. So that's my biggest dislike, is the interlock switch and the proprietary batteries. Other than that, I've learned to really like this thing. I think I said earlier it has become my go-to chainsaw, even though I've got 6 or 7 different chainsaws of different sizes around here. So anyway, for my final review, that's it. I really like it. I would recommend that if you need one, it's a good quality tool. And as I said earlier, I will be doing another video of using the tool and demonstrating more about how it works and the problems I've run across over time. So, you know, subscribe to my channel, click like on my videos, and it'll make it a lot easier to find that as well. So at this point, I'd just like to say thank you for visiting. Do it yourself with Wayne, and we hope you have a great day.